Hey everyone, how are you today? Have you ever been in front of your peers on the hot seat in a meeting, performance group meeting, and you've been working on this issue? Maybe this is your third or fourth time back now. Same issue, no growth, maybe even worse. Oh, don't you love those moments? I've been there, and I know many dealers who've been there. Many general managers have been there. Come on, let's be honest. We got this thing we're working on. We can't seem to move the needle, and I've seen some elaborate plans and schemes to work with the teams to develop the numbers to produce the results that you wanted and we were looking for. And these are reachable and attainable goals. We know it. We see other stores do it. We've seen the results in other places, but yet we just can't attain onto it. Who's been there? Raise your hand. And it's frustrating. And if you're in some performance group meetings where they bring their sales managers and their controllers and everything, and you get one of those guys on the hot seat, oh my goodness, used to break my heart sometimes. Oh, service manager in one store, oh my goodness. He was the nicest guy I ever met, but boy, that was hard for him. So we've all been there. If we're in the car dealership, we're attending performance group meetings, we have a growth mindset. And I'd like to clarify what growth mindset is before I go any further. It's not about wanting to grow, gain market share, grow profits, grow revenue, and such, and sales and volume and whatnot. That's expansion. That's a growth. That's a profitability sales. But a growth mindset is about developing people. And any dealership that's got a growth mindset focuses more on developing their team, creating the right processes, helping them learn how, not what, how to take this knowledge and put it into effect by using the 5 to 7 different working habits, successful working behaviors that will develop the numbers that they need. That's a growth mindset, and it's completely different than growing your business, expanding your numbers, and increasing your profit, sales, and whatnot. All very important, but the more you develop your people, the more you have a growth mindset, the more you start understanding it's creating the right work habits, it's developing the successful habits within your store, within your teams, that becomes the way they do their job. Then you'll notice that you start to expand exponentially, and it almost seems effortless. So when you get back to your next performance group meeting, you've grown. You've gotten to a new place and you try to explain it, but most people are not even sure what you're saying because we don't really know what we don't know. And until we know ourselves, we can't grow ourselves. This is something John Maxwell teaches lots. And it's all in our daily work habits. It's how we do that. And how do you change 5, 10, 15 years of bad habits? Not bad habits, but habits that serve us at the level we are. How do you change those habits so that you can put in a little higher performing daily habits? That's the secret, and that's what happens every time you go back to your meetings. That's why your schemes, your plans, your processes aren't working. It's not the fact that these things can't work. It's not the fact that you don't know. It's the fact that the habits of their style of work today and how they've developed and the environment that's created in your store is one that's conducive to produce at the level of work habits you have currently residing in your store. You have to change that. That's the key. That's what EDIT does. It's engineered development, improvement, training program. It's a learning system. And what it means is we have to learn new habits. We don't cut off old, we learn new, and the new replaces the old. It's a replacement ideology. It's a concept. It's how it works. It's how our brains work. It's nearly impossible to cut out a habit that's not working for you unless you have some traumatic or something happen that makes you boom realize like, whoa, But to change it in a dealership where everybody around you is working a certain way, and we've always been working that way, next to impossible. That's why the EDIT program works so well. It's amazing, and it's so easy, and you roll it out over a number of months, and it's all about encouragement, about growth. It's all about developing and achieving. It's so different than the way we do it now, the way we used to do it. I used to do it anyways. I don't know how anyone else is doing it. I'm pretty sure they're all doing it very much the same way. You hear people talking about accountability. You need to keep them accountable. We're not keeping them accountable. The tail wagging the dog. You know, who's in charge down there? Who's running the ship? You know, whatever. All that stuff is crazy. And we know it. We know everybody wants to do it. We know everybody is trying to get there, but we don't know how to get there. And it's because the habits we have do not serve us at the level we need to go to. And we have to change that. And I discovered how to do that. I create a complete plan for 18 different positions, 19 really in the productive positions within your dealership. It will change everything, and it also gives you a tool that you can onboard any new people with, and they follow it and learn it right at the gate. It's amazing. Listen, you want to know more, give me a quick message. I'll be developing something on this. I look forward to sharing. It's awesome. It's called the EDIT program, and it'll change everything in your stores.